Hi, it's Trudy here, and I have another wonderful grounding tip for you all, and this is ground yourself again when needed. Grounding, the purpose is that we connect to the earth's energy, and the additional purpose is that we bring ourselves back into the present moment. I, for one, and I speak for myself, can get very overwhelmed at times when people are firing questions at me that I maybe don't know the answer to, or I've suddenly just been given an awful lot to think about and I'm still trying to keep up with conversation and kind of keep things flowing. I will give you guys a very, very recent example. Myself and Phil went and booked our wedding there at the beginning of January, and we were sat there chatting to the wedding planner, and we got into the flow, I suppose, of everything, and it was question after question after question. And to be honest with you, in my head, when we went out there, we were fairly set that this was going to be the place. But obviously we had to see if they had our dates and whatnot. So my intention going out there was secure the venue. I hadn't thought of what flowers I wanted on the tables. I hadn't thought of what way I wanted rooms laid out. I hadn't thought of what food we wanted. I hadn't thought of what layout the cake table and the sweet cart and the other bits and pieces were going to be. And wedding planners are on the ball. They do it all the time, you know what I mean? So this guy knew what he was asking, and he had all his questions prepared out, and I hadn't got one single answer prepared for him. So Phil's looking at me going, "You're the woman, you know about flowers, I know nothing, leave me out of it." And I got so overwhelmed. I mean, I was looking at this guy like he had 40 heads, and I'm sure he was looking at me going, "You are probably the most underprepared bride-to-be I've ever met." Hey ho. But I just went, "Okay, Trudy, this is not working. You need to be able to answer some of these. You need to get a bit clearer here." So I grounded myself there and then in the company of Phil and this wedding planner. Not one of them had a clue that I'd done it. I didn't close my eyes. My eyes were open. But I grounded myself. Took a nice long deep breath in after imagining my roots getting a little bit more secure. And hey ho, I was back in the present moment, and I was suddenly able to answer things. I just became clear. Stuff stopped being so muddled up for me. That is my trigger. When people overload me with stuff, that is my trigger. That's when I kind of completely lose my grounded feel. And it's when I tend to get very muddled up. So, for me, it is the most beneficial thing that when the need is there, you ground again. And it's something I wanted to share with you, because maybe you feel like you only ground once in a day. Maybe you feel like, you can't do it again. You've done it once and that's it. That's not the truth at all. You can ground as many times as you need to. And in fact, I encourage you to do it. And, find what your triggers are. And if you know that you're going into a stressful situation, ground before you go in, and, you can ground again afterwards, because sometimes we can be on a real kind of high, or we can be really kind of lost in our minds after a big conversation or whatever. And it's important that we ground ourselves as often as we need to. So definitely bear that in mind as something to think about. And I will talk to you all very, very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.